Welcome back to 1-on-1 Sports Webcast. I'm here with the best NFL experts Elon has to offer in John Roddy and Jared Kimball. Guys, let's get right to it. For the first time in a long time, the Ohio teams of the NFL are ranked first and second in the AFC North. Is this a fluke, or has there been a shift of power in the AFC?
Definitely a fluke, and the only reason I say that is because I do not see the Browns being a good team. Now they haven't been a good team, and they will not be a good team. The Bengals, they're a good team. They have a good defense. They have a good quarterback, Andy Dalton. But the Steelers,
he's finally stepping up
he
after
is.
so many years.
And the Steelers, they got off to a rough start, but they now have 3 wins. They're only 1 game back of second place, and I mean, they've had so many years of success. I mean, you can give them a year off.
See, that's what I'm going to talk about. I don't like the Steelers at all in the coming future because they are getting old. They have all those veterans. Troy Polamalu's getting up there. There was the reports about Ben Roethlisberger leaving. Brett Kiesel's 35. All of their big stars are getting old. That's why I don't like them that much. And Baltimore they have a lot of young guys on defense because they got rid of a bunch of guys this offseason. And so they're still unproven, and that's why I don't like them very much.
I think it's more of a shift of power is that the Steelers regressing and the Bengals are taking their place, and then the Ravens are staying there.
Yeah, and I see the Browns improving a lot this offseason. They have a lot of great pieces on offense, like Josh Gordon, and they have Joe Thomas on their line. And they have 2 picks in the first round because they traded with the Colts for Richardson. So I think they can get 2 great players to bolster up their offensive game, and their defense is top 10 in the league in both categories. They're playing really well
That's only saying if they're going to be good at drafting, and they have not been good at drafting in the past, so we'll see.
Yeah, the one thing is that the Browns only have 1 player that's 30 years old on defense.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. I have to go with Roddy on this one. I think the decade of dominance between the Steelers and the Ravens is finally coming to a close, and I think that the Bengals and the Browns are going to be the up-and-coming new teams in the AFC North. Now, from the AFC North to the NFC North, Green Bay Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers is gone at least 3 weeks. Do you think that the Packers can hold on and maybe contend for that NFC North title?
Well, this division was building up to be one of the best. You know, you have Chicago, you have Green Bay, and Detroit is playing well too, and then Aaron Rodgers goes down. I think he's going to be out for most of the regular season. I think they're going to bring him back a little too earlier than they should. But I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. This division is just too good. Chicago's good. Josh McCown's playing good for them. And Detroit is going to be the #1 seed in that division. You just look at Matthew Stafford. He's 3rd in passing yards per game, just behind Drew Brees and Peyton Manning.
Yeah, staying with Matthew Stafford. I think this is the year that we've all been waiting for with him, where he's finally breaking through. You know, he's had all these great statistical years.
Yeah.
But this is the year where the record's actually showing it. And Aaron Rodgers is the heartbeat of the Packers. Mm-hmm. They lost Randall Cobb. They lost Jermichael Finley, possibly for the year. They're 2 key receivers. I don't understand how the Packers are going to be able to cover from that.
Yeah, and Detroit has really
Detroit just looks too good.
They have easy opponents. They have Pittsburgh, Tampa Bay, Minnesota coming up, and their defense is just playing ridiculous this year. They're getting pressure on the quarterback, and they have a positive turnover differential this year, finally, after many years. And I think they're going to finally make it in the playoffs for their 2nd time in 14 years.
I mean, I have to say, I'm pretty optimistic for the Lions, but, I mean, if you guys remember, when the Packers won the Super Bowl a couple years ago, they had a lot of injured guys, and other people stepped up. So I'm not going to count the Packers out just yet. Now, one team that some people are already counting out are the Washington Redskins, who are right now 3-6, as they were this time last year. Mm-hmm. Do you think that the Redskins can get another streak going on and head into the postseason?
Although their division is probably the most inconsistent division of all time, I would still have to say no.
No way.
And this is the reason why. They play the Chiefs. They play the 49ers. They play the Eagles this week, who are on a hot streak right now. Nick Foles is on fire, okay? And they play the Giants twice, who are also on the up-and-coming.
Yeah, if they lose 2 of the 4 against their division opponents, which they do play 4 of them, they're not going to make it. There's no way.
I think that the winner of their division is going to be 9-7, and I think that their record is going to be a record with 9 losses.
Their biggest problem is Kyle Shanahan, their offensive coordinator.
Yep.
He is inept. He does not know how to call a play.
Yep.
They're in the red zone all the time. The San Diego game, they were in the red zone. They had 4 chances to tie up the game. They couldn't do it, and then they got lucky with the whole tying up thing over there. And they just need to fire him. They need to get rid of him. They're the second worst in the red zone.
And
maybe just get rid of all.
They're supposed to be this team with so much offensive firepower, and we haven't even talked about their defensive woes, like their atrocious defense. And they can't even get their offense going in the red zone half the time. How are they going to make the playoffs?
They have so many offensive threats, and they don't know how to use them right.
Yep.
It's sad to watch.
Yeah, it's really sad for me being a Redskins fan, but
it's okay.
You know, there's always next year. That's what they always say. Well, that's all we have for this block on 1-1 Sports Webcast. But coming up next, Ben sits down with our NCAA experts as we predict the Final Four matchups and much, much more. You do not want to miss this.